And they are congregating all of the assembly towards top banana. Two defenders here. Sprout, they've got the rest of the forces towards top bracket. Stare with a flashbang, trying to force back as soon as this utility comes in and trying to bait in his teammate Launx.
Yeah, just two players on the site, and the rotations are quite far away. Slax is going to start to make his way over now, and Stare is readying this flash to support the peek out from Launx. The Molly, you're going to flash him out as well, but it hasn't gone all the way in. There's that flashbang, but Norway does get the shot. Slax manages to find one through the smoke, though, from CT. That's still going to give them the man advantage. The bomb, though, is going down, and a boost is coming through. Zyphon boosts over, removes Kenzie after that bomb goes down. And now they've spotted this player out towards New Box. Jerry, it's a lot on him now as Refresh is slowly pushing up. He has to win this fight because he's going to start to get pincers soon, and he takes him down. There's a kit in play on Stare, and Shelfie has been removed. All on Jerry now, recovers the USP, but there's 3 players to find. That's the first. Can't quite get this flight on to Slax, and the bomb has been defused.
Players, so Stare can't really capitalize on it, but ForZe, they make their move. They're actually going to wrap all the way through CT. Try and catch out Sprout off guard. It gets a little bit tricky because there are 3 defenders here. They've heavily reinforced this bomb site, but now they're being split from 2 angles.
Yeah, Rush is aware of it. He's ready for the fight, and the Tech-9 can't come out. Going to be going down there. Launx is removed, though, and Stare is the only one on the site. Drops off, and Kenzie removes him. Nice double up from Kenzie. That bomb can go down. 2 rotating players have M4s, so they do have good weaponry for the retake. Sorte was brought low as well. They don't have much time to work with. No kit on either of these players, and I think there might be one there that they can collect, but gonna have to pick that one up on the way through. Noi on this elevated angle catches off Zyphon, and Kenzie is even there to deploy here. That smoke's gonna go out, but Noi's pushed ahead of it. He's walked through, and that's a critical duel. Finds it onto Launx, and he can continue to push through. The smoke in towards Graveyard, or in towards Coffins, is gonna prevent any vision from Stare. Always even looking for the fight here. Trying to catch him off guard, not going to quite do it, and Slax goes down to Zorte. This is starting to fall apart for Sprout as ForZe. They're leveraging space.
Yeah, look what that's done as well. Refresh caught between 2 minds of whether Zorte is going to keep pushing, but instead he's going to come back and join his teammates on B. Norway elevated angle. Stare is now removed, and this one was a really nicely recovered round. It almost felt like ForZe had to go in towards Banana because they hadn't really got too much control anywhere else. But the fact that Norway has just aggressed through that smoke early, completely capitalized, and removed both of the players on the bomb site, it's just irrecoverable at that point. And we're talking about the economy.
Their ground.
Look at this as well. Refresh has rotated over. It's going to be a head-on collision in just a few seconds with Norway pushing the smoke, grouping up with Jerry. Elevated position for Stare, trying to bait himself in, but the boost catches him out. Refresh will step in, and this FAMAS, it hasn't actually revealed itself just yet, but meanwhile, look at the control towards top bracket. ForZe trying to win out the fight, and Slax, he's completely removed, oversteps the mark, looking back for info. Zyphon will get a kill and a half, and suddenly, this A bomb site, it completely belongs to ForZe.
Look at Shelfie there. He's caught off Refresh on the rotate. This round is already falling apart. Launx 1 versus 3. Unlikely.
But that's the invitation for ForZe to try and work their way onto the B. Bomb site Launx. It's a really good spray. Finally, we see some resistance from Sprout.
Yeah, they got the double up. They've done that round before, though, and they weren't quite able to convert, but that is a good sign. Of course, the rotation to come over as well. Slax has brought that AWP over to B, and you can see immediately that the response from ForZe is to go towards A. Zyphon tucked in towards quad is going to go down. Kenzie finds him. It's all now on to Refresh on the site. Slax has made his way over, but he's towards Arch, and this hit is coming through short. Refresh up on Cold Zero, and now Slax does come through. Holding towards Apps, misses the shot though. Refresh tucked in, is going to find Norway. They are holding up the defense. Slax's AWP chimes in, and for Zorte, he just wants to maybe try and get away with the AWP of his own.
Yeah, much better round out from Sprout. Even with Zyphon falling there, you feel like it gets a little bit scary. Smart as well. Zyphon just escapes. Now Refresh can try and step in towards the bomb site. Flashbang actually setting themselves up for a peek, but Jerry capitalizes in from the apartments. That's the go signal. ForZe accelerating in. Refresh, his position, it's not been given up, but Norway is hitting every single headshot. Another multi-kill for him, and suddenly the A bomb site completely collapses. Stare left with it all to do, 1 versus 3. And at this point, you've really got to give it a look in.
Yeah, they need rounds. It's about to be 7 for ForZe if Stare doesn't at least consider this. But it doesn't look like he is. It's just going to be the save, holding on to the AK. That's so unfortunate for Sprout because they managed to get that double up. Zyphon, it felt like he'd done enough there, giving them the man advantage. Norway was low as well. He was down to sub 20 health. Refresh was there on site. They had the rotations, all the pieces, but the shots were just a little bit better for ForZe. The fact that Norway finds those kills with such little HP is just salt in the wound. Fantastic stuff from ForZe. So see there. Absolute skill on display here on Inferno. All that experience and sort of even getting the notes.
Wrong. But that's been completely nullified. But what it has done is kept Slacks over. But that's the correct decision. Bit of fake utility being lined up for ForZe. Have not seen a fake yet come into this game. Look at the rotation. The AWP is on his bike. Flashbang comes in. Refresh. Needs to hold for the second, but Zorte will punish. And suddenly, it gets a little bit difficult. Zypher will step in and deny the bomb. 2 versus 3. Well, the B-Anchor players, they are holding firm. Kenzie needs to try and secure this 10 seconds. Planting the bomb is a difficult objective, but Zyphon has been removed. Slacks going to get a little bit close, but the pistol will prevail. It's one of these.
Play with his food. Oh, he's just walking through the smoke. This is Jerry's big brain at work. He's just sitting in the smoke, actually. Not going to be committing either way. Waiting maybe to catch one of them on the fade, and he's going to do it. Refresh goes down. Jerry outbrains the IGL of Sprout, and now Slacks is in a very uncomfortable position. Has Zyphon tucked in, but Zyphon can't support. He's found Norway, but he's now alone on the site, able to double up, but it's not enough. Stare is the only player left for Sprout. He's all the way over in CT.
That's a really good round for ForZe. Really nice calling out of Jerry, just getting aggressive over towards long. It's a change of pace that catches the defense slightly off guard, and even just sitting in that smoke.
Considering going for the fight here, Shelfie is on the other side, and Shelfie's up for the fight. He's going to swing through, catches Refresh on the jiggle, and is able to find his head. Meanwhile, though, Stare has found the kill onto Norway. Zyphon catches Shelfie. They're getting a little bit overeager.
Look at this push in. Look at the reaction from Sprout. 2 players pushing up, but it might not even matter. That Zyphon traded out immediately. The issue you've got is that bomb. It hasn't really got a safe passage to try and walk its way through. There's a gap in the smoke. Zorte's holding for a push that potentially could come in. Needs support of his teammate, and instead smartly goes through second middle, doesn't get caught off guard, and now he's even holding for Stare's peak. Launch will trade onto Jerry, and it's a 2 versus 2, and it's finally a retake that looks contendable for Sprout.
Yeah, going to plant out towards Library, so Kenzie can play towards long. This is smoked off as well. He might even consider trying to face him and catch him in the back. Easy double kill from Kenzie. Secures the 10th for ForZe.
Here comes the smokes. Standard setup. Molotov as well can rain down in towards New Box. But instead, Jerry tells the team to fall silent. And look what it's done as well. Launx has rotated back over to A. And now finally this commitment will come in. It's all on Stare. He needs to survive. Going to be flashed in by Refresh. There's the pop and here's the swing. For 10 seconds, ForZe, they've got to plant the bomb. And they have to deal with Stare. They can't quite do it. The boost has come in. Scoreline, but Jerry going to take matters into his own hands. Doesn't quite get caught out, but Shelfie will receive a dink. Instead, Stare, well, he's just going to walk forward. Really important entries to this B bomb site, and now Norway is left with it all to do.
Yeah, Stare's looking for more, looking for the fight, and he even gets the 3rd. Stare is on 1, and even the 4th. He gets every single shot he takes. It's only Kenzie left. He found the lurk in Zyphon, and he has no chance in this round. No kit either. Best he can hope for is maybe to take a few of these players out. He's taking his time walking there, so definitely doesn't look like he's giving this one a go. But what a round from Stare. Those 2 openers were fantastic. And then 2 incredibly clean 1-taps to basically close out the round.
That's what they need. Nice job. Oh, Kenzie. Oh, he's hitting some shots as well, but Refresh will. Kenzie does take that contact. It's really nice bait and switch setup. Make sure that Sprout can't even plant the bomb. You said that was important, and you're completely correct. Look at the ramifications this has on Sprout's economy. It's just Glocks. And well, Kenzie, he's just completely running down with the SMG, trying to take the fight, and just completely make Sprout uncomfortable. That's a great headshot on towards Zyphon, and this should just be a formality. It should be 4s up to 14.
Kenzie's having an absolute field day. He's just trying to chase them down in their spawn. You cannot escape this man, but the rest of his teammates are also pretty difficult to get away from. Sorte is setting up house with this M4, looking to maybe catch up this last player. Stare, you are not getting away from the retake. The advantage for ForZe, though, is that 3 of these players have been brought low, and Xiphon is just limping.
You see some of the starting positions, though. I mean, look at Xiaofi in particular. It doesn't look like he's really electing to go for this. Just looking for exits on the way out. I mean, ForZe, they've got so many rounds to play with. They've got such a buffer on this. If they just make this expensive, despite losing the round, if the rifles get removed here, that's actually just an incredibly powerful position for them to be in. And look, they're just converging on this bomb site. Sprout, they've got to be careful on the way out. The MP9 now doing the damage. Stair is next to full. This is actually a disaster.
Yeah, this is a huge decision. Look at the economy. I mean, they are going to be able to get it. It's a very difficult scoreline to be looking down if you're Sprout, but also it's early stages here at the RMRs. So don't want to get too yourself. Slacks, what a double up. Gets Sorte as well. Doesn't need the AWP to win that head-to-head. Once again, it's this double kill, multi-kill potential for Sprout that's opened up this round for them.
Yeah, individuals starting to warm up, aren't they, Kenzie? Oh, he could be the sticking point. Just tucked in between the smoke. Thinks better of it. Has a bit of a peek in. Decides he'll be more well presented to his team if he just backs off. Sole defender of this A bomb site. Sprout. Well, looks like they are making a move towards B. Jerry's rotated over, and Norway, he's got to try and contend with this. Smoke's rained down in. There's still a minute left on the clock, so Sprout, they don't need to immediately come into this site. Jerry, he'll just even walk through the smoke.
This is giving me flashbacks to the round prior. The stack has come through to the B bomb site, but this time Sprout, they're looking to commit to it. So they're going to be walking straight into this three-man stack. It could get a little bit scary here. Kenzie's going to find Stair. And for Sprout, they decide to back off. Jerry burns, though, in the flames. He was fully blinded by that flashback. Might spot this AWP on the jiggle, and Slacks puts him first now. Now he goes out for the swing, but Slacks is there. The AWP doubling up, and that was all of the B defenders. Once again, Sprout have found their way into an empty bomb site. And there is really nothing these three CTs can do. You can see they are not budging a muscle. Sitting in towards short, Xiphon might even look to peek into them. And you can see Slacks is even rotating over with this AWP. They want to make this hurt for ForZe.
Yeah, they need to. Very important for Sprout. If they get rid of these weapons, ForZe, or they're going to be left very much limping. It's going to be double digits. I said, okay, Sprout, if you can get here, it's more of a contest. That's exactly what's happening. Shadow spotted. However, the shot rings out and misses. Second bite of the cherry. Slacks, well, he doesn't miss those. Xiaofi at last alive, trying to secure it. Bomb site. 30 seconds. Smokes, well, they're already being lined out. It's an A wrap. They're going to try and work their way around towards long. So now this bomb site is going to have to be tested. Zorte, well, he might even come through the smoke. 20 seconds, Sprout, indecisive. You've got to make a move.
Single flashbang on Norway as well. That's the only bit of utility for the CT is Kenzie. He's able to find one and the second. Great stuff from Kenzie. Norway doing a lot of work, but Refresh has doubled up. Shelby's still on the site, though, and he's fighting close combat with Slacks. Dancing around them like ballerinas. Zorte up in apartments. About to be jiggled on by Lonks, but hits the shot. No trade potential either. Now a bit of a fight in towards Banana. Steris found one, and Siphon's also found a kill towards Boiler. They're finding the openings here, and you can see it sending ForZe scrambling. Xiaofi tucked in. Zorte goes down the Siphon as well. Xiaofi is playing the trigger discipline, but decides to commit to the kill, and Steris found Jerry. The kills are coming in on both sides of the map. All now onto Xiaofi into the 1 versus 2. Just catch off Stair here, though, and now puts it into the 1-on-1. The bomb still has to be collected. Now it all comes down to which bomb site Xiphon decides to go to. He is making his way exactly to where Shelfie is. Great noise about it. Shelfie, oh, he's holding the line, but Xiphon runs around.
Slacks, that one's going to be thrown over towards CT. And suddenly, this crossfire has to try and hold firm. Jerry will swing in, take the first contact, soften them up for the MP9. Zorte even thinking about coming through the smoke, but Slacks, he's being the difference maker. Burning alive now is Norway. We'll take one to the grave. 1 versus 2, about half HP on both of these players. Kenzie needs to give this one a go.
Talked about him as the danger man. 27 kills, top of the scoreboard for both teams. But he has to come up with 2 more to take this map for ForZe, or we are going to overtime. There's an AWP holding his position. He peeks straight into it.
Look at how much control they've established up towards long. The bomb site is now feeling pressured.
Yeah, Shafi's rotated over, and that's smoking towards Life. It actually has a huge gap in it, but Zyphon doesn't even matter. Remove Shafi immediately, and Zorte, he is feeling a little bit uncomfortable on the site, playing around the boxes. Kenzie is here as well in towards Pit. He's dropped a smoke and has a little bit of a one-way to work with. But Sprout haven't fully committed yet. They're going to start to make their way through now, and Zorte, well, he's not uncomfortable now, hitting every single shot as they come to him. Stair is able to eventually find him, but they haven't dealt with this Pit player. Kenzie is still making chaos, and it's left Stair alone.
This is pressure over towards B, but look at the utility just raining down in on ForZe. It's just softening them up, blow by blow. And that's going to really just prevent them from extending the advantage further, trying to reset back in towards top brackets, straight back into the firing line of Slacks.
He's starting to hit some shots as well. 23 kills for him, 20 on the AWPer of ForZe. So he's coming out a little bit in that head-to-head. But he's also really come to life in the later stage of this game. A lot of critical rounds from Slacks. That opener, just as critical. 3 players over this side of the map. 4 Sprout, Zyphon in towards Pit, Refresh on the site. Flash going to be sent through. It's going to be an Apps pop, and Zyphon, he isn't blinded, but he has to fall back. But this is where Refresh swings out for 2. Zyphon finds one as well. The bomb is dropped out in the open. He's looking like he's going to swing straight into it. A second kill goes the way of Sprout, and ForZe now 3 versus 5. We praise them for their ability to convert these man disadvantaged rounds in their T side earlier on in this map. But in overtime, they get to repeat that trick. Jerry going to start to fall off, collect that bomb. They haven't really made inroads anywhere outside of control in towards apartments.
You can see that Norway is towards the top of Banana. Oh, they're going to boost as well. Okay. Maybe a taste of their own medicine. No, it's going to be a little bit of a bait and switch. You got the different elevations coming in towards the coffins. Okay, this is quite a nice setup. However, one well-placed spray could be to the detriment of it. 30 seconds. ForZe need to make a move. Shafi, that's a good shot, but that's where Stair steps back in. 4 versus 2. And well, this player's finding it all. Shafi, to keep his team alive in this best of 1, needs to not only plant the bomb, but also find 3 heads.
Okay, Refresh is looking for the fight. Shafi brought down to half HP. Does find a nice kill onto Refresh. Has the smoke he can deploy, but doesn't have a lot of time to work with. Gonna be taking out the bomb plant and goes for the fight onto Zyphon, but can't quite hit it. Sprout are going to take the map in overtime.